Aside from domestic considerations, there are two other reasons why the international community should respond positively to China's leadership in the sector. The first is ecological. China's ecological objectives of developing renewable energy are relatively uncontroversial and widely supported for the positive externality its investments in technology and deployment will bring. This is because there is largely a global consensus on the need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in order to mitigate the effects of climate change. Pew polls done in 2015 across 40 nations identify climate change as the top global threat. 79% of respondents of one survey saying that their countries should limit greenhouse gas emissions as part of an international agreement. A unanimous decision to sign the Paris Agreement in 2015 is a formal indication of the international community's commitment to resolving the challenge of climate change. As the world's leading emitter of greenhouse gases, China's transition to renewable electricity production and consumption is crucial to its international commitment to peak carbon dioxide emissions by 2030. The second reason is strategic. By increasing the proportion of renewable sources in its energy mix for electricity consumption, China can mitigate geopolitical tensions by making the country less reliant on unstable regions for energy security. An energy market dependent on fossil fuels relies on securing oil and gas transportation routes. To and from fossil fuel-rich countries requires extended military protection. The protection of oil transit choke points was one of the reasons why China constructed its first overseas naval base in Djibouti last year. In contrast, the availability of resources such as wind and sunlight for renewable energy far outstrips that of fossil fuels and is much more evenly spread across different countries. China's leadership in renewable energy growth will benefit global geopolitics in two ways. Firstly, China will have one less excuse to expand its regional military presence for the sake of energy security as it raises the share of domestically produced renewable energy in its energy mix. Secondly, as renewable energy usage diffuses globally as an externality from China's development of the sector, more countries will have the potential to become energy producers and hence be less dependent on unstable regions such as MENA and Russia for conventional fossil fuels. New geopolitical concerns will be introduced as a result of a renewable-led world electricity market. Questions on who controls power lines, intellectual property rights for technologies such as energy storage capacity and grid connectivity, and the availability of raw materials for constructing renewable equipment will still remain. China will also most likely find alternative justifications for expanding its military presence along maritime trade routes. Nevertheless, China's leadership in developing renewable technology should be seen and supported by the international community in the broader context of mitigating both the effects of climate change and of energy security concerns.